any comments on this one yet, and sometimes that's just how it be.
I like the...
Look at this fucking art you're seeing on screen right now. It's magical. 0 comments. You should all be ashamed. I got some stuff. Some things.
You know what?
Some consideration. We've got a Chainsaw Man video
You know what
here.
surprises me?
Shut up! Did Chainsaw Man fall off in brackets? No. Well, that's embarrassing and cowardly. Then we've got, I think this is the Sufferance Chainsaw Man review. No, it's a Pokemon video. Hey, how about you fucking pause when I say pause? And how about you unmute, you useless fuck? Maybe I can click the M key somehow. Because it's fucking dark. We're hopping mad today. Oh, why don't we just reload everything like we're a useless piece of shit? Ah, I love it. This is the fallacy of perfection. That sounds like the shittiest video ever. I'm in. We got this Pokemon XD video. We can't watch that one with EliteAri. Attack on Titan, his ending is perfect, addressing the controversy. For whatever reason, I feel like I've seen this video before. Where's my Excel spreadsheet? Is this the correct one? It is. Oh my god, I finished the ContraPoints video chat. Are you excited for me? Are you proud of me? Control F. Then we've got... What was I looking for? Ending. Oh my god, I can't fucking type. I want to kill myself. Oh, I already saw that one. Mustn't say anything too interesting. No Attack on Titan ending video for us to react to. That's sad. I'm gonna cry. That's what I'm gonna do. Hold on, let me reopen the tab and see if he uploaded anything else. This one can get lost though. What was this? Oh, this is the most crazy Chainsaw Man chapter. Let's see if we can get through a Sufferance video, okay? That'll be great.
What if I told you that the best stories you'll ever experience...
No, it's just that one. Lamau, I watched Spotlight today, chat. That's a movie, a Best Picture winner of 2015. It has Roger from Mad Men in it, though not very much. That's very sad. But I watched it, and I thought it was pretty good. 4 stars. You know, that's how everything is. Mark Ruffalo has pissed me off in it. Why is he always looking to the side and shit? What is he? Never mind. It's about pedophiles, chat. You ever heard of those? Catholic pedophiles? No, that's crazy. I might just have to do a double take. But I think the next movie on our agenda is Saltburn, and then Heat, and then Royal Space Force. I think that's the direction in which we are going this evening. Oh my god, look at all of my tabs here. Half of them are off screen because they literally cannot be seen right now. Make this list private. Sometimes you just got to do that. Clear watch list. Now that's that would be crazy. If that would ever happen, I might die. Now, why was I here, chat? Was I just scrolling through? No, I was going to this Excel spreadsheet. Saltburn's right there. Oh my god, chat, did you see it? Because I didn't do this yet. Where is it? And then we get to make it blue. Why isn't it blue? Nope. Nope, not that blue. That blue, that blue. That blue, it means success. Look, we have some success here. Heat, that's coming up soon. Saltburn, that's coming up soon. I feel like I should just delete the rest of these because I'm not really feeling them at the moment. Uncharted, though. We gotta watch Uncharted. Royal Space Force. We gotta watch Royal Space Force. That's Studio Gainax's first project, chat. We gotta watch that one. Anyway, Letterboxd can close then. Any tweets? Just media consumption updating. I was on EliteAri's channel. Oh, and I read one more chapter of Dan to Dan, and that's the only thing I've read from any of those manga, in which I do still intend to continue reading. I've just been very busy. Do the fucking thingy again. Hold on. Oh my god, the microphone came back immediately. Now my headphone is intertwined with the thingy, so it might go out here while I attempt to reconfigure. Hold on, chat. Oh my goodness, this is delicate work. Chat. Oh my god, I'm filtering it through the corporal tunnel here. That's like something to do with medicine. But I did it. I don't think anybody's here, not just EliteAri. I'm crying. Maybe I should plan streams out better. You ever think about doing that? No, he says, no. But I don't want to react to any of the good videos while EliteAri is here. Hold on, I got distracted by something on my phone. Oh, you love it. Heath is here. What a hero. Never leave home without him. Anyway, this dude was cool. Looked like a Chainsaw Man design. I was like, man, that's like real shit. All right, we can close this. Pokemon. This video is an old unlisted video that I was watching because I decided that I wanted to be a wrestling YouTuber today for about 2 hours. So I did that. Oh my god, this is a Pokemon video. It's like 4 minutes long.
These experiments.
The genius of Lynette's storage Pokemon. I don't see what the point of this video can be. Now, I feel like I've seen other videos by this person before, and they were similarly potentially cool if there actually was something cool that I've missed about Lynette, but I don't think there is. Now, his name is Gator. Yeah, White Rock Mystery Moss Deep City. Didn't say shit about it. He was just like, oh, it's a different color, and maybe it was from space, but then it probably wasn't from space, and then that was disproven in this thingy, and then in the remake it looks... Shout out.
Dang girl, you live like this? Lynette, one of the new minor characters we meet in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, and boy does she need to do some spring cleaning. As you first arrive in Fall Arbor Town, you'll see her standing in front of the PC, which is a nice little way of prompting the player to interact with her. At this point in the game, you won't have access to fly to go somewhere else, and you will have just traveled quite a distance here from Mauville City, so it's more than likely you'll want to access the PC. Talking with her allows you to find out that she's actually the one who developed the Pokemon storage system in the Hoenn region, and she invites you to visit her at her home just outside of town. Though when we actually get inside, sheesh, there's a lot of clutter. I actually do love her cramped little house. It isn't really dirty or maybe all that messy, more of an organized disaster, but it's a great form of visual storytelling. With all that clutter being countless books and multiple computers, you can gather that she's constantly doing work on the PC storage system, though maybe she loses track of everything else when focused on a singular task. Definitely relatable. She gets embarrassed that we had to see all the mess, even though she's the one who invited us here. But as a way to apologize, she gives the player a Pokemon doll for the secret base, either a Lotad or a Seedot. And I really do love how secret base items are just kind of sprinkled throughout the game here and there. And while Lynette doesn't really do a whole lot else, mostly just world building for the Hoenn region, I still really like this interaction. Poking around her place, we can read an email from Bill, the original developer of the storage system in Kanto. He compliments Lynette.
Hold on, potentially cool information here that I probably vaguely knew at one point.
I still really like this interaction. Poking around her place, we can read an email from Bill, the original developer of the storage system in Kanto. He compliments Lynette on how she was able to improve upon his original design and how it's much more user-friendly. I think it's pretty neat that as a world of Pokemon...
I guess it is kind of true that the box system changed forever for the better in Ruby and Sapphire and remained the same basically for the entire rest of the series. That's kind of crazy when you think about it, because I just have in my brain, not assumed because I know it not to be true, but have just projected that every generation's Pokemon box designs looked like that, but they never really did. They literally didn't look like boxes. They were just a list in the first 2 generations, and they are hideous and impossible to navigate and very annoying. That's kind of crazy. They really don't have an explanation for why when you play the remakes, at least in universe, why Bill's is now identical to hers. So that kind of ruins it a little bit, but I guess that's clever. I never thought about that, really.
Continues to expand, we meet more characters like this. Kanto and Johto were right next to each other, so Bill was able to pull
Wait, what happened?
developer of the storage system in Kanto. He compliments Lynette on how she was able to improve upon his original design and how it's much more user-friendly. I think it's pretty neat that as the world of Pokemon continues to expand, we meet more characters like this. Kanto and Johto were right next to each other, so Bill was able to pull double duty, but now reaching out across the globe, more and more smart people contribute their expertise to the systems. It's pretty cool as you go through future generations and meet
Yeah, and then there's Bebe, but she doesn't do shit, but this Pokemon card was sick.
these characters. They still really don't add all that much and have some limited appearances in Pokemon media, but they're a fun little addition.
Oh my god, there's another guy. He looks like some Gen 7 or onwards shit, so that's lame.
I would say that Lynette is one of the most significant because she was the first.
No, we just hate Gen 7 and Gen 6, right? Gen 8's a masterpiece. We love Pokemon Sword. And Gen 9, greatest game of all time. So.
Person beyond Bill to be working on Pokemon storage. She was the one that would allow all the others to come later. It's actually kind of understated just how big of a jump there was from Generation 2 to Generation 3 in terms of the PC. Because in the original 2 games, sure, we could store Pokemon in multiple boxes, but it was a bit clunky. Generation 1 didn't even have any pictures. It was all just text and you had to navigate menus to determine which Pokemon were there. Generation 2 had images displayed, which made it easier, but it was still organized in a list and you still had to save before changing boxes.
Oh my god, I love my internet right now, whatever the fuck is making it shit like this.
In Generation 3, we basically had it perfected because
Holy god, I have 17 million tabs open, huh?
even to this day, we're still using the same system, more or less, where each box holds 30 Pokemon in a grid that can be navigated by moving a cursor in 4 directions.
Do I
Also,
have
you can
to
just move from one
refresh?
box to another very easily. There are even handy features like being able to name boxes and change the wallpaper to help with identifying larger groups of Pokemon at a glance. Anytime I play a
True,
Pokemon game
that
from
is
the Game
all
Boy
sick.
Color, I miss the ease of
And then they did make a whole game called Pokemon Box that I always thought was a little weird. Why would you ever have to do that? Oh, it's kind of a home thing, what home would eventually become. But it is kind of flexing that this new, actually kind of sick mechanic.
access. The new system is just so much better, and it's really charming with all the cute little visuals going on here. This is all thanks to Lynette. But like I said, she doesn't have all that much to her. She is the younger sister of Bridget, which I think is a cool connection. Bridget is the one who ran Pokemon
Oh my god. I bring up something, he brings it up afterwards.
Box
We're
in
insane.
Generation 3 and was then upgraded to managing Pokemon Bank in Generation 6, which is still
Oh my god, I didn't know she was still the character that does all that shit.
Holding on by a thread, please, I don't want to lose you, Pokemon Bank. The point is that by Generation 3, we had a solid group of characters managing these important systems, with Bill, Celio, Lynette, and Bridget. I love that this is one of
Who is Celio and who is Bridget?
the little ways they decided to add a canonical explanation for game mechanics. And even though it wouldn't be until the remakes of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire that Lynette would receive a unique overworld model, her appearance was established back in the trading card game with the supporter card Lynette's Net Search. And this is also when I realized that her English name was a pun consisting of the word land and net put together, but that's another cool case of
Oh
the
my god!
video game characters getting just a little more in the card game, which I always love to see, and I'm glad that during this time, we got a good amount of them.
What the fuck is a Cilio?
Other PC managers would get some representation as well, though I don't think they really had that much of the same impact.
And why did I see it recently? It was probably a different Cilio. I'm having trouble with my brain. Oh, he's in Fire Red and Leaf Green, so it was something I was doing recently. Okay, so it's like the transfer thing.
Impact as Lynette in her first appearance because of just how much the PC was improved. But they're still pretty cool, and I like that their appearances were never limited to only the video games. But aside from Lynette, I just don't think I would be too quick to make videos about them solely. And though I really need to get farther in the manga, it's at least cool to know that they appear there as well. I just always love the idea of getting to meet the people in charge of
1.5 chapters I've read.
the storage systems as a little part of the games. Bill was the first and has a plot.
Oh my god, chat. Hold on. No. This one. Pokemon Adventures. No, I'm doing it in capitals because I'm trying to be cool and replicate the sound of my voice, but I need this to be professional, so we need to do it correctly and not all in uppercase. Though there is no accent above the E on Pokemon.
Beat that's necessary to proceed with the story, but I still found the addition of Lynette super interesting just because she was the first in a line of
I wonder what Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are like. I played through the whole game, but I don't remember a goddamn thing about
the
it.
first and has a plot beat that's necessary to proceed with the story, but I still found the addition of Lynette super interesting just because she was the first in a line of many that would have their own variations. And despite her house being so cluttered and messy, I always thought it was pretty cool. Something about walking into a little building and seeing all the madness behind the work was so fascinating. So let me know what you think in the comments below about this little interaction and what you think about all the other members of this group. Like I said, I probably wouldn't bring them up too much. Maybe I'll discuss Bill and Celio at a later time. And I guess Amanita has a pretty important role in the grand scheme of things as well as Morlane, but we'll get to those when I can gather the proper footage and knowledge that I need. Anyway, I should probably go do some cleaning. My apartment's starting to look a lot like Lynette's place. Thank you to every channel member for your continued support, especially the great
Oh,
players.
that was a
Michael
funny
Snyder,
ending.
DeAndre, Viz, Justin Dowes, Dartholomew, El Dashi, Swift Cheese, Lockadox, Gallantry, GatorKid509, TF, Cheeseburger Lasers, Mathclock947, No Man Nobi, Pastel Blood, Taijirai, Justin R, Volity, Cosmo Zero, Phantom, and Quago. If you would like to support, see your name here, get access to emotes for comments, live streams, sometimes early
love
videos,
Excel
and a monthly
when
members
it's-
only podcast, you can become a channel member today. You
do
can
you
also follow me
call
on
it?
Twitter as well for more memes. Anyway, this is
It's-
GatorX, and I'll catch you all later.
It's
Momentum is building with more ways to collect trade
Time
and
of
play.
Life
Plus, holographic
features.
basic energy cards and select
What
booster
the
packs
fuck
with
is that
supercharged
called?
power. Pokemon Trade
Can
Card
you
Game
just
Emerald,
kill
bursting with
yourself?
Energy. Booster packs sold separately.
Now I gotta go back and see whatever that ad was at the end. Thank God I figured out how to type good. Ugh, that's good. That Hercule thing there seems vaguely.
Charge power. Pokemon Trading Card Game EX Emerald, bursting with energy. Booster packs sold separately.
Booster packs were indeed sold separately. The biggest fraud in Dragon Ball, 11 minutes. This video looks like it could be fucking terrible just by what I just saw in that little preview. So we'll open this up and save it for EliteAri.
Say hello
Now,
to
speaking of EliteAri, I got a Discord message there, so let me check that on my thingy chat. Is he saying, I'm not coming. I'm a little bitch. Oops was in the shower on my way. Well, that's embarrassing. EliteAri's naked right now. Now. Okay, we got a Dragon Ball video. The fallacy of perfection. Let's see how terrible this video is, chat. I just know it is. Oh, that's dramatic. Oh, that's a slow zoom out.
For a while now, I've been
Oh my god. We've been thinking, and we've got the sexiest, deepest voice of all time. I didn't think we were watching the Sufferance video until EliteAri got here, but here we are.
thinking about the word perfect. What is perfect? What does it mean for something to be perfect? The term implies a kind of objective flawlessness, but I'm not even sure such
The shades.
a thing is possible. To explain what I mean, let's try something. Moonlight, Serial Experiments Lane, and To Pimp a Butterfly. In my opinion, all three of these things are 10 out of 10s, 5 stars, whatever, a literal perfect score. Does that make them perfect by extension?
An eclectic group. I guess these two fit each other because they're like popular black media, and then we just got Lane over here hanging out. Now, have I ever actually listened to the whole of A Pimp a Butterfly, or just the singles? Probably just the singles. I've seen Serial Experiments Lane, and I know a vague thing about Moonlight, but I have not seen the movie, so, you know, I'm just not experienced 10 out of 10. Jockey Bacon crossed with Sufferance. Kind of true.
Moonlight is a 10 out of 10 because it resonates with me emotionally and gives a voice to a part of me I feel I can't talk to people about. Serial Experiments Lane is a 10 out of 10 because I find it incredibly intellectually stimulating, aesthetically intoxicating, and its commentary equally engaging and timeless. And To Pimp a Butterfly is a phenomenally crafted soundscape of rap, jazz, and soul, and lyrically details the black experience in a way that is both dense, yet easily compelling. Sure, sounds like perfection, except I don't see it like that. To me, a 10 out of 10 isn't necessarily a reflection of a work's quality, even if I do think of
Oh my god, EliteAri, you think you'd sneak up on me, but I got one little eye on my little phone down there.
Well done.
I got 3 minutes left of this video, EliteAri. We gotta rewind so you can get context.
Yeah, I'll sit here silently. Also, I get you gotta like stream it or something. So don't worry,
Yeah.
just watch it.
Okay, EliteAri is going to be silent for 3 minutes. That'll maybe turn into 5. Maybe when I give some commentary, EliteAri, without the context, you can still comment. This is genius. But, shut up!
Alright.
the work of art is genuinely flawless. It is, perhaps more than anything, a reflection of my own personal experience with it. I wasn't describing why I think Moonlight or Lane are perfect, but why I love them as works of art, and there is an important distinction. If my experience with a piece of media is strong enough, if I can engage with it to the point of complete immersion, then I will give it a higher score than something that might objectively be better. Just as an example, I think Better Call
Oh my god, EliteAri, he just said he might like things that resonate with him personally better than things that are objectively better. What do you think about that?
That's so true.
True.
Saul is an objectively better show than Gurren Lagann in a lot of ways. It's so good.
Better Call Saul is objectively better than Gurren Lagann. How do you feel about that one?
Impossible to say, because Better Call Saul is perfect. It might be the greatest live-action TV show ever made, potentially. You're definitely a contender. But Gurren Lagann, I don't know, it's so emotional, you know? Way more emotional than Better Call Saul.
Remember when Captain Flint turns and he says, "Fire"?
Yeah, that was so cool. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
much better than shitty Better Call Saul.
I genuinely cannot,
That's
off
true,
the top of my
yeah.
head, think of anything
Shh,
bad to
Elliot.
say about it. And yet, only one of these shows is a 10 out of 10. I'll give you a hint. It's not the objectively better one. There are a bunch of examples like this I could go through, but to relate things back to my original point, I think perfection does not exist. Or rather, it doesn't exist in the way we traditionally think it does, as an objective goalpost that everything must be measured by. Even works of art that I might personally regard as perfect, I hesitate to call them that because what I deem to be perfect is not only different to what everyone else thinks is perfect, but also constantly changing depending on where I am in my life. What I think is perfect now, I might not later, and something I think is just good might be the best thing in the world were I to re-experience it tomorrow. So, in the end, I decided to just embrace that subjectivity, those constantly fluctuating standards. Because when you find something that really speaks to you, something that really carves itself a spot within your life, who cares if it doesn't reach some arbitrary benchmark of quality that, in all likelihood, doesn't even exist?
Oh. Oh. Chad. Oh.
This video was made as part of a wider April Fool's collab for the Video Essay Library. If you want to see the full video with everyone else's contributions, I've linked it in the description
What
below.
is the Video
I
Essay
ended up going in a
Library?
direction that was the complete opposite of my original idea, ironically just making it more of a normal essay than anything else, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. And of course, special thank you to my patrons, especially my tier 3 patron, Michael Coolwood.
We love
Thank you for your
patrons.
support. See you later. Bye bye.
I wish I had patrons. EliteAri, why are you not my patron?
Because I'm a, what do you even call them? Level 2 subscriber? Tier 2 subscriber?
Are you paying me on YouTube?
No, I wish, on Twitch.
Oh, yeah. They have subscribers too. Anyway, that
Yeah.
video is okay. Eventually came around saying perfection probably doesn't exist and arbitrary objective standards probably don't exist either, so I'm just gonna like what I like, bro.
So true. Yep.
And his video is only 4 minutes long, just like an EliteAri video.
Yep, the best types of videos.
Hold on, EliteAri, I'm copying everything into my Excel spreadsheet. Kai after Kai. Do you think he means Dragon Ball?
Yeah, he's talking about Dragon Ball Super.
No, that's his name, silly.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I've got the URL. I've got the Excel spreadsheet. I clicked on the wrong one like I have the last 3 times. Do we give that a good or an okay? I think we give that one an okay because it was not very interesting and the voice was funny. Let's see what else he has. Oh my god, Triggered, and it's got Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino is wrong about trigger warnings. He was probably against trigger warnings, so trigger warnings are good, EliteAri. I think.
Hey,
is
so am
the
I.
video. Oh my god. You're wrong about storytelling, and it says
Oh my god,
fuck
it's Heavenly
plot.
Delusion.
Shut up, nobody cares about that.
Crazy.
Fuck plot.
Wait, is this the channel I watched? About the Heavenly... Is this how you found this channel?
No.
Oh, well, the other day I watched a video on stream. Heavenly Delusion was almost perfect, and it was the most like he said nothing. He gave
Oh
no
my god, it's the
examples.
guy.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same guy, but yeah, it
Well,
sounds
he
like it was
literally
bad
has a video
but-
called Heavenly Delusion was almost perfect, and it's 19 minutes long.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at your stream right now, but I can see it. Yeah, it was. It couldn't be that one because I didn't feel like it was that long. But anyway, doesn't matter.
These video essays are so redundant. They've got the same names. Okay, EliteAri. We've got Did Chainsaw Man Fall Off? In brackets, no. And then we've got the Sufferance review of the latest chapter. We have to watch this one. This will be an incredible video full of opinions. And then we've got the biggest fraud in Dragon Ball by Cathru's Dojo, 1 million subscribers. This seems like the most straightforward, no shit Sherlock, pointless video of all time. But it could be incredible.
Okay, true.
Our 3 videos.
The one that
in
interested
contention.
me the least was probably the first one. I don't remember what it was, but I remember thinking, "Oh no, that's gonna be a bad video."
Did Chainsaw
What
Man
was it?
Fall Off? In brackets, no.
Oh yeah, no, that sounds like a very boring video.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, "No, it's still good."
If we
Okay.
peer over here, we see a video from the same channel called "What if Kid Goku Went Super Saiyan?" Now that's the kind of YouTube comment. That's the kind of YouTube
Yeah,
content
we
I
love what if videos.
Now we can watch Is XD the secret best Pokemon game, EliteAri, but I don't think you want to watch that one.
I hate Pokemon stuff, right? My god,
I
it's like
forget-
when Destiny does something really boring, like talk about drugs or something. That's
Kill
like me and you
yourself,
for like
kill
Pokemon.
yourself, kill
Yeah.
yourself. Oh my
I
god,
always
did you
skip
see,
it in the VOD.
Did you see Fresh got somebody pregnant and they're crazy, EliteAri? That was pretty funny, huh?
Yeah, that was funny. I can't wait till H3 talks about it one day. That'd be
Oh
funny
my
too.
god, he loves his boy Walter.
Yep.
And he says boy funny because he's a little racist, that H3H3.
Heath says, Ari, did you watch that Heavenly Delusion video? I don't think so, but I think I watched an identical one that had the same title, which is pretty funny.
SyncTube, I think this is the one we were using the other day. I couldn't remember its name.
Mm.
Leary
That was a pretty
doesn't
good
sound
one.
very, excited. What the fuck? We can watch an unlisted Kyle Entertainment video called AEW's Report Card 1 year later that I was rewatching today, Leo. You want to do that?
Is that a wrestling thing?
It is a wrestling thing. I had 4 or 5 scripted wrestling videos on the channel before I privated
Wow.
them all.
Yeah, now you have the wrestling channel, right? Or the sports channel or something?
There was a
I don't
rugby
remember.
channel that had 1 upload, and then I realized I just keep saying the same thing over and over again.
Nice.
Oh, I
what
gotta send you the
know
link.
what surprises
EliteAri, type the link out from the YouTube stream.
What YouTube stream?
Oh, yeah. EliteAri. Oh my god, he comes up in DMs initially.
Mm.
I leaked the DMs again, EliteAri. You can have oh my god,
Oh no,
Cyclet's
everyone
there on
knows
my
I was in the
Discord.
shower.
Oh yeah, I already read that one out loud, so that one's okay. That one was already leaked. Now,
Wait, what's Ciclet doing?
Cyclet was there. Cyclet's never around anymore. He doesn't love us.
Mm,
He doesn't even say
He's busy.
things in the Discord server.
Yeah.
We need to get him back. We need to win him back over. So let's see if this channel has any other videos before we journey into his thingy. His thumbnail is pretty good because it's very bad, but on purpose. It's just
like secondary ENT, right?
No, Secondary ENT has the greatest thumbnails of all time. Oh my god, he's
True.
got another
It
video
looks just
called...
like our latest one, right?
Yes. He's got another video called How Chownjai Bebop Changed My Mind. That one seems interesting, but it's from 7 months ago, so it's not allowed to be watched. He's got a link tree in his bio. You know what that means, EliteAri?
He's an artist.
OnlyFans. Let's click it.
Oh, okay.
EliteAri really is on the side of the internet where Linktree means I'm an artist, give me money on my shitty art Patreon.
Yeah, usually.
alternative. It means
Or usually they're like
OnlyFans,
famous on
Fansly.
another platform.
Get excited. Anyway, hold on, I nearly pressed play in the YouTube video. What a mistake. So Kobeni's on our screen right now, EliteAri, right?
I think. Wait, let me press play. Yes, now yes.
You can't press play for me.
Wait, let me try it.
Go ahead.
No, I can't.
Oh, I love the power of this one. This one is epic. Now, I'm going to send a message in the chat. Now that's why we're on this one. Don't forget.
Wow. Okay.
Why am I hesitating? Why do I feel like there's things that need to be
what
said? Hey,
surprises
shut
me?
up! Before we continue. But there's not. Kobeni, you're a zebra, EliteAri, a passionate zebra. I'm an insightful koala. How did it get the first letter of my name and your name correct?
Okay. Yep.
EliteAri's got a fake name. Ari isn't his real name. It's Sebastian.
Yep. No, it's actually never mind. Let's go. Let's play.
Typically, when a manga is popular among people who read manga, it's kind of a niche thing, but it doesn't really get popular until it gets animated. But pretty much everyone I know who's
True.
True. The mapper effect.
Yes.
into Chainsaw Man didn't even like touch the anime. In fact, it almost feels like I hear less people talking about it now that it has been animated. Like, bro, I
All
swear,
right,
for
wait
a minute,
pause.
This is based.
Oh wait, I can't even pause it. All right, wait a minute. My experience is that I think I have. Wait, let me think. 1, 2, 3. I think I have 3 friends who have only seen the anime and they heard about it because it was an anime, and I have 1 friend who reads the manga. So there we go.
That's
Anime
me,
wins.
chat. Oh my god, it's not me. He wasn't even counting me. He's an embarrassment.
Oh wait, no, you don't even count. You're like my. When I think of Chainsaw Man, Kyle, I don't even think of you, because you were intrinsic to Chainsaw Man. You know?
Yes, yes. So I am Chainsaw Man. What is the appeal of Chainsaw Man was actually a deeper question, an internal question, and we will unravel that. Never, because I can't make YouTube videos, EliteAri, because I could have worked on a YouTube video tonight, but I said, fuck it, I want to react to videos. So that's why there's no Devilman video, chat, and there never will be. Now, EliteAri, your spiel just now reminded me of a video I was watching earlier this morning. You'll be very enticed to hear about this. I was watching Ms. Kiff and Emiru react to the top 100 anime openings uploaded today. 2014 version, because of course they've done this many times before because it rakes in the views and it's very easy content.
You mean 2024?
What did I say?
2014? I assume it's 2024, like the recent
I wish
one.
it was 2014, but you're correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they got up to Chainsaw Man, and they were like, Chainsaw Man's okay, bro, you know, I think people just like the characters and the art and stuff, and I was like, true. If you just watch the anime, you'd think Chainsaw Man was some overhyped piece of shit.
That's definitely not true.
What even happens in season 1 of Chainsaw Man? Why would you
What
think
else
it
is
was
there
good?
besides the art and the characters and the animation or whatever that they just listed? What else do they want?
Anything cool. Funny
Right,
gags.
okay.
Because they cut all those.
Yeah, I don't want funny gags. That was the good thing about part 1. Yeah, no funny gags.
Anyway. Black Clover was number 1 on that countdown, EliteAri. That was crazy.
Really?
Yeah. There was
Jesus.
That Emiru was very mad that there was 7 Black Clover openings in like the top 30 or something. And the whole chat said...
What was number 2?
L list, L list, L list.
Yeah, it is an L list.
I don't remember. It was also something funny. But anyway.
Okay, good.
I could not open Instagram without hearing this song with edits or cosplay or fan art.
Wait, the first ending?
I don't know.
Guys, you read the manga, right? Like, you know she's a horrible person. Hey, listen, I haven't read Chainsaw.
Bro, he did a sick transition into his face. EliteAri, you should do this in your video.
Yeah. I will never talk into the camera.
Oh my god. That's just for
I just-
secondary
it's-
ENT RE version. Ordinary RE,
Yeah.
we call it.
Yeah, I have my own creative voice now, and it's just being very serious when I talk.
I'm the most serious.
Man, but I'm just saying I would cut her up and eat her. You know, Chainsaw Man, despite
Makima's a bad guy, EliteAri. You ever notice that?
I guess, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. She just wanted to do what was right or something, and she was actually just preparing for the part 2 thingy. And where are the bad guys?
Mhm.
Oh my god, Kishibe's the bad guy and has been the whole time, EliteAri?
Why? Because he was trying to stop
Yeah, because he
Makima?
was trying to stop Makima. He's a useful idiot
well,
for
you
the
figured it
real,
out.
for the Death Devil who's puppeting all of this. Right, the Death Devil's the one that's doing the something with the prophecy and something. Or do we just assume that? I don't remember Chainsaw Man Part 2.
No,
okay?
but the Death Devil isn't really a threat to Makima. I guess it's a threat to the world.
Yeah,
'cause
Mark
it's her
Mill loves the
sister.
world because she's a good person.
Yeah. Okay. I'll think about this. I'll get back to you next week when we talk about the next chapter.
Those are some big paper towels in the corner there, EliteAri.
I mean, it's better to have paper towels than nothing, right? Keep your room clean when you eat.
Think he's jerking off into those paper towels?
I don't know. Maybe.
Think so. Tissues suck. Paper towels are better, but that's
Despite
besides
not
the point.
having like the longest length in the world, it still has like 100 chapters, which by the way, that's the limit to the amount of chapters you can read on the Shonen Jump app. I don't know why they limit you on that. It's really fucking stupid.
Oh, Margacy's just better, huh, EliteAri?
I'm trying to think. How could they possibly justify 100 limit? I have no idea.
I thought of something. What if there's some automated program going through and copying all this stuff so they can put it onto Mangacy, but now they can only do 100 chapters a day?
I feel like, yeah, that's a good point. Good idea.
God, I'm just so fucking smart. Anyway.
Yep.
But pretty much everyone I know finished Chainsaw Man in just a couple days. Like, if you finish it in 2 days,
EliteAri, you took like
Not
weeks.
me. Yep.
You're an embarrassment. Remember when we were going to do Black Lagoon, EliteAri? That was crazy. We were supposed to do that like last week.
Yeah, I want to.
I had completely forgotten about it. I even made a list of all the things I could possibly do in a day, and I didn't even put it down. That's how much I've forgotten about it. I put Harvest Moon on the list. I put Links to the Past on the list. That's the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I put there was a third video game, EliteAri. Chrono Trigger on the list. I put
Right.
watching wrestling. I put reading non-fiction. I put and I didn't put Black Lagoon, so I got to remember that now. As if I don't need more
All
things
right.
distracting me. I
Just watch one a day.
That's a great idea, and I should write one episode for the Pokemon video a day. But I ain't done that since I got back to this shitty country.
that's like 50
Is it
chapters.
raining where you are, EliteAri? It's like pouring and stuff.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Loser. It's rained all
I'm
day,
inside,
but not too
though.
hard here. No. I was outside for a little bit. I'm going to a football game tomorrow, EliteAri. Don't come and kill me at Suncorp Stadium at approximately 6 p.m. And it's going to be raining.
Maybe it'll get cancelled.
No, football games don't get cancelled for rain, you idiot.
All right.
They played one in the snow one time.
A day, bro. Like, why are you reading that much? You studying for a test or some shit? I think it's just the story is straight up addicting to binge read, which is kind of an issue when it's a weekly Shonen Jump manga, you know, being weekly and all. You gotta wait.
Oh my god, he's going to make weekly as bad. Oh my god, we're a minute and 14 seconds in.
That's what I just noticed that. Oh my God.
Shut
a
up.
whole week. Gotta wait a whole week for a new chapter. Sometimes 2. And usually the chapter that comes out doesn't live up to the version of it that you hyped yourself up
That's
to
not
read.
true.
True, that's the problem with
I can't even
weekly
relate
stuff.
to this video.
Yeah, it's never as good as you're anticipating, except for sometimes it is.
You set like a weekly event to just read a 20-page increment of a story, it kind of just makes things slow and less fun. You'll spend
True.
like months at a time on an arc you could probably read in like a couple days. But that was not my
True.
experience with Chainsaw Man at all. In fact, I distinctly remember I woke up one morning to go to work in summer of
Oh my god, that was all one shot and then it stopped on the close and then it switched focus. This is cinema level shit.
2022,
And the
and I
script was a bit more interesting, you know, but otherwise, yeah, it's well made.
wasn't feeling well.
300 subscribers or something. He's better than you, EliteAri. You should
Oh,
have
that's
more
great.
subscribers than you.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's bad news and there's bad news. According to WebMD, there's a small conscious tumor on my brain, and side effects include it giving me orders.
Oh, this is the great gag where you look up your symptoms on Google and you're dying, EliteAri. Ever do that?
No, I've never related to that actually. I find it pretty crazy that anyone seriously gets scared by Googling a symptom, you know?
EliteAri, if somebody's like 3 minutes late to something, I immediately believe they've died in a car crash. Is that weird?
I
And
have
I'm
no
not
idea
joking.
if it's weird. I've never thought that in my life. I don't know. Maybe if someone's like
time.
6 hours late to
If
something.
somebody's sleeping on the couch near me and they're not making snoring noises, I have to look at them for a little while to make sure their chest is going up and down. or I
Oh,
just assume they're dead.
that happens with my cat.
Oh
yeah.
yes, sometimes the cat's just really still, and then you poke it a few times and it still doesn't move, and you're like, oh no,
Yeah.
it's dead. And you gotta
Yeah,
like,
and its like
literally
head is
kick
like
it and
slouching
move
to the
it,
side.
and then the little fucking dumb cat will move and be like, fuck you, and I'll be like, well, it's alive, I guess.
That's trying to save your life. Yeah. Oh
So
my
what
God.
we've learnt today is that EliteAri is a psychopath and he only cares about animals.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Tony Soprano in that one show.
The Wire.
Spoilers.
The Sopranos.
It's kind of a little,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
kind of a little guy in my head who's just gonna talk to me.
Oh yeah, I put it up on 20 times speed.
Good.
You want to read Chainsaw Man?
Holy shit, he's got animation, CGI budget in
Yep.
this thing.
Do you think you made
Let's like always
this?
make stuff up. Like, what's next? I have scurvy. Oh, fuck.
And I decided I was gonna read Chainsaw Man.
He had scurvy special effects.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the water's actually running and he's in clothes. You gotta respect it, EliteAri. You gotta respect it.
Okay. I think this is actually, so far, what we've seen in the first 2 minutes 20 seconds. This is a great production. I am not interested at all. I have no interest in anything you're saying, but I think it's really well made, and I think it's incredibly well made for such a small YouTuber. I mean, if he keeps going, I think he'll make it big.
I feel like he
but I
has
have
to be
no
like
interest.
an editor. You ever seen an editor try
Yeah,
to start
sure.
making their own videos and the editing's really good and they got a really good camera, but they don't.
Yeah.
His YouTube channel is Aaron Scott Weekly, and my apologies, he has 183 subscribers.
Oof. Okay. Impressive. This is
Oh, he's
great.
the one with the link tree and the OnlyFans we were talking about, but the link tree doesn't exist, so I couldn't check it. Because you click the link and it goes, I don't exist, I'm a big pussy.
Interesting.
On this channel, I upload videos giving my thoughts on anime. Well, that doesn't tell me that he's obviously a YouTube editor for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, EliteAri, you're
never
just going to have to trust me on this one. But I believe it. Oh my god, this video came out like 3 days ago.
Typically,
Hey, I pressed play on the YouTube video instead of the...
until I felt like going back to bed. And I remember finishing the manga in one sitting and crying tears of peak fiction. And also allergies.
I wouldn't even lie. Pretty
So
cool.
was he actually sick?
cool.
Was that the setup for this? When he was reading Chainsaw Man?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's fake.
And this was like right before part 2 began. It was in that like little in-between period. So I kind of just stopped there at the end of part 1.
That
and put it on-
in-between period was like a year and a half. Might have been 2 years.
Really. That's
Yeah.
crazy how short it is.
No, that was very long.
hold for a bit. Like more Chainsaw Man chapters started to come out a couple weeks later, but my hype had pretty much died down. So like I let it cook a little bit, build up chapters, so I could once again no life binge read this manga at some point in the future. That point in the future being last week, and I am so glad I waited. You might be wondering why.
Oh my god, it was so good, EliteAri. I let like 12 or 15 chapters build up because I stopped reading that shit, and then you decided to catch up, so I had to read a bunch of chapters, and now I have to read them every fucking week. That's why I got like 3 Vinland Saga chapters to read, so it might not be shit. Not likely though, because we know how Midland Saga be, but yeah.
It's because this manga is boring and it sucks. That's something I heard from a lot of people when part 2 first started coming out, while I was busy not reading Chainsaw Man. And unlike a lot of fans, I didn't even wait that long for part 2. Like, it was just a couple weeks after I finished part 1. I think I read part 1 quite late compared to everyone else. And going into part 2, I had pretty much no expectations going in. I just got curious on what happened next, and I decided to pick it back up recently. The thing is, I think the way that Chainsaw Man part 1 is, it hits quickly and it leaves a dent. What I mean by that is, like, a lot will happen in a short amount of time, and it's pretty hard to follow, but amidst its absurdity, it kind of builds a bigger story. Like, for the love of God, no flowchart I could conceive can explain the events of the International Assassins arc. But I can definitely ramble about why I like
True,
rambled on for like 10 minutes
EliteAri.
with
There
that
was
bit.
like
And
a dull bitch, and she was like another dude the whole time. We'll never know, we'll never understand, but it was pretty cool. And the darkness never showed up, so who gives a fuck?
Yep.
But did you know everything before and afterwards was way better?
That's not true.
Yeah.
But okay.
Who would say that?
Not me. If you're implying that was me. I
Oh my
definitely
god,
wouldn't say
EliteAri,
that.
you were supposed to go, okay, Miller, like you did in our Chainsaw Man chapter review, and it would have been really funny. But apparently you didn't see the Discord message.
Oh, I guess Miller did say that. Yeah, true. Okay, sorry.
It's kind of the magic of
It's
Chainsaw
like
Man
EliteAri's
part 1.
He
got
doesn't
other
occupy
things
my
to
mind
look at,
anymore.
and he's fucking
Yeah.
embarrassing himself.
I've moved on. He said enough dumb stuff about Death Note, the anime. I'm like, I'm done with it. Put him away.
Yeah.
I don't need him in my mind anymore.
Some of that might have been true.
I think it strikes the perfect balance of weird and understandable. Like Denji at the start of the story just wants to live with the bare minimum, which he accomplished instantly at the start of the story
No,
in chapter
that
1.
is not the
And he kind of
appeal
just
of
spends the
Chainsaw
next
Man, EliteAri. Don't listen to him. It's not weird and relatable.
Mm-hmm.
But
93 chapters finding his place in the world. A world that seems to be out to get him, constantly. Add on a fun personality, wacky hijinks, and toxic women, and you have a pretty fun main character, all things considered, even if he doesn't like change as a person or have some huge
that's what
overarching
part
goal.
2. Oh my goodness, EliteAri. You got Shanks, your favorite One Piece character, and Thorfinn in the background.
love Shanks.
Embarrassing. Pirates.
I love Thorfinn.
Oh, Silver's Rayleigh. How do you like him? That might be Ben Beckman, actually.
I don't know who that is.
That's probably
that a
Ben
wrestler?
Beckman. No, these are One Piece characters. You
Oh.
invalid. The why did I think it was Silver's Rayleigh? He's not in Shanks's crew. Anyway. Oh my god, look, he did the crop tool, but he did it too quickly, and there's still this piece of that isn't the hair, that's just the background. Oh my god. Embarrassing.
That's the appeal.
Oh yeah.
He fits right into Chainsaw Man Part 1. Or, it's almost more like he doesn't fit in. A story filled with political drama, world-defining threats, very heart-crushing dramatic moments, and a huge cast of characters.
The colored manga, hell yeah.
Shut up, EliteAri. I was gonna get to the gag, but you fucking did it
Yeah.
already.
Big aspirations. With big aspirations. Denji just kind of wants to eat all day and get laid. Denji is just on this quest
Denji was the 8th most popular character. That's pretty funny.
to live a normal life,
That
and
is
he doesn't really
awesome.
get to until the very end of part 1. So going into part 2, the question on everyone's mind is, what will Denji do from here? And about that, yeah, this bitch kind of weird. Asa is the main character for the first bit of Chainsaw Man Part 2. Part 2 is a lot more character-driven than part 1, and also kind of slower, which I've heard many people complain
True.
about, but personally, I think that's a
Well,
really good change.
slow
I
is
don't think
not
I would have
true.
liked it if it kept at the same pace as the
Slow
end of
as
part 1.
fuck.
It just wouldn't feel natural. Like, I like that Denji went through all that shit, and now he just gets to live a normal life. I think that's pretty cool. It also makes it kind of a huge deal when it all goes up in flames. Wait, hold on, we'll get there. Pretty much what I'm saying is the slower start to part 2 has a great
Goes up in flames.
payoff.
Damn, this shit all expired like 6
POV fridge shot.
months ago. What the fuck? This expired like a year ago. Oh yeah, that's not even in clumps. That is straight up rock solid. Oh, yeah, bad.
I also think Asa is like one of the best characters in the series. You know, in part 1 you had Denji, and he was like kind of a bonehead. Asa is like the total opposite. She's very introspective, like literally being given another voice.
More like a boner head, because he wanted to touch some boobies.
A wiener head,
Her
yeah.
head, she can yap back and forth with it constantly. There are these long pages of her just thinking about life and her place in the world and the people around her and what the people around her think of her and blah 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 blah. Chainsaw Man Part 2 doesn't
God, Fire Punch is so cool.
really focus on these huge scale conflicts like part 1 did. It's more just like day in the life of this fucking loser who thinks too much. I think the main reason Asa's a cool character is because she's like the opposite of Denji, where Asa will spend like weeks planning out this.
That's what we can read next, EliteAri. Fire Punch.
Mm-hmm.
So why haven't you read it again? Do you have a bigger issue with it?
It's just long, and there's like so many other things I have to read.
It's
and
like 80
you haven't read
chapters or
Goodbye
something.
Eri yet, so
Goodbye, Eri. I do think about it
the
a lot.
best
I'm
thing Fujimoto has ever made.
Like, yeah, it's some pussy shit. And it ain't no Fire Punch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do think about reading Goodbye Eerie all the time because I'm like, oh, this is like not that long, and I get to add another thing to my media checklist.
Mhm.
This is great.
And then you can fight with me about why it's bad.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
I'm sure you'll hate it, Kyle.
yes. I read like the first 3 or 4 pages or something. She's like, my mommy and daddy got me a phone, and then I died or something. You know, embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
People like that other one, and I was like, that shit's mid, bro.
Wait, look back, the one that's getting a movie.
Oh yeah, it is getting a movie, huh?
Mm-hmm. How exciting!
And
Yeah,
then
not by Mappa,
Kyoto
some other
Animation burned
studio.
down, and I cried.
True, I did learn about that.
Yeah, and you
I
learned.
didn't know that when I read it.
EliteAri discovered what Oasis was too. That was crazy.
It's a band. I don't know what the context is. Did you tell me about it
Remember
at some
they
point?
Wrote that song "Don't Look Back" in anger. The
Oh,
whole point
okay,
of the,
sure.
The thingy, and it's at the end of the manga. Oh my goodness.
This whole plan for exactly what she's going to do to get someone to like her and then blame them if they don't. And then Denji will just stop talking to someone because his little sister said they smell bad. And part 2 really leans into the whole people wanting Denji for who he is versus Chainsaw Man. I like how Chainsaw Man becomes more of a traditional like comic book
True, we talk
superhero
about
alter-
this theme all the time.
superhero alter
EliteAri.
ego. Like Chainsaw Man just has fans now. Some people straight up worship Chainsaw Man like he's a god. And then there's other people who think Chainsaw Man is like this evil thing that's turning the frogs gay. There's a part when the government straight up tells Denji they want him to stop being Chainsaw Man altogether and live a normal life. Which I mean, that's what he should want, right? But he doesn't feel satisfied living a normal life. at
I
all.
made the frogs gay joke exactly like that, but I did it in an unscripted video, so therefore I'm not a hack. He's a hack.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thank you.
Satisfied when he's tearing up devils as Chainsaw Man. Even though he's been constantly torn between these large-scale events of the world and the simple life he wants to live with Nayuta and his dogs. No matter which side he takes, he just still feels empty. So Denji has effectively been at 3 points. 1, no money, he has a bunch of debt, no food.
Remember when I used to ask every time, what is happiness or something in our Chainsaw Man chapter reviews? What did I used to say? EliteAri?
Yes, I do remember that.
Oh my god, I need to
Yeah,
bring it
what I
back.
basically think it was. What is happiness?
Happiness doesn't exist. It's a mood, EliteAri.
Right.
I think I ended up saying that to my girlfriend one time, and she didn't respond at all. So, EliteAri,
She's probably
it's
just thinking
you and
about
me. No, she just says, "Shut up."
Mm-hmm.
No bitches at the start of the series. And then by the end of part 1, he kind of has those things, you know, at least most of them. And he just wants to live a normal life. And then number 3, currently in part 2, he's realizing he might actually want something greater in life than just food on the table and a bed. And that's what I like about Chainsaw Man. It can take 1 page to tell you a lot about a character's mental state and their innermost thoughts about the world around them. Or it can spend 150 chapters dragging its main character to actually wanting something in the world. It can balance both of those things with different characters and have them interact and bounce off each other, accompany them with a slew of wacky circumstances and fun visuals, and you have the perfect recipe for an addiction. Big Pharma wishes it could write like Fujimoto. But like, okay, I get it. Let's say
That was a big farm.
God, that looks so good. Yeah, I didn't get it. I
About
don't
getting
understand.
about
What
getting
was the
people
writing have to do?
addicted because the pharmaceutical companies are evil and they're trying to get you addicted to their opiates to
How do they do that?
by advertising and by making illicit things that make you addicted in the pills, obviously.
Never in my life have I seen an advertisement for any.
Yeah, I think they're
Drug
banned in
or
Australia,
anything.
but they're allowed in America.
Oh. Well, I use the American internet, right? I guess I have an ad blocker. Interesting. I
don't
wonder
know,
if I
they're
didn't
on
have an ad
TV
blocker,
and
if I'd
stuff.
see ads everywhere. Oh. All right. Well, the joke fell flat because I can't relate, but okay. But look how cool the shot looks from the anime. Oh my god.
But I think none of that is even true, EliteAri. I think that's just something people say on the internet because Big Pharma are bad, okay?
Right.
That's a bit of a lefty talking point for you.
You finish part 1,
Except for
you
the
fall in love with all these
vaccine.
characters and the flashy big scale conflicts and all this shit, and then part 2 has this antisocial nerd yapping to herself in a very grounded story where she goes to high school and goes on dates, and I mean sometimes devils attack and shit. Oh, and I think the rapture's happening pretty soon. I don't really know what that's about. You know, it's just different. I think a lot of people fell in love with part 1, and the fact that part 2 is so much slower and different compared to the climax of part 1 is enough to throw them off. And I'm citing that completely off of just talking to my friends
So,
and seeing
EliteAri,
people.
you're shaking your fist right now because you're like, it's not slower.
I don't even know. It's just not. Like, it's not. I don't know why people think part 1 is so fast. Maybe it's because like they read it quickly, and to them it's like fast because they're not reading week to week or whatever.
That is possible, but I don't know, man.
Like if you look at the
Part
number of
1 was super
okay, I
fast.
can
A million things happened
understand
every
maybe the beginning part with Yuko. I could understand that being slow or feeling slow. However, when I read it in my part 2 reread bit, it went by very quickly. So I think it is that even that I think might just be people reading week to week, or bi-weekly or whatever. But yeah, it's just not so much has happened in part 2.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Zero has happened.
I think that's because you can't remember it, but yeah.
No.
We'll talk about Chainsaw Man Part 2 as it releases on Twitter and Reddit. And I mean, like, of course, there are genuine reasons to dislike Part 2. And I'm not even talking about the fucking video essay as the downfall of Chainsaw Man. It's made by Fujimoto. He's really talented. And there's a sense of quality I expect from all of his work. But personally, I wasn't really expecting it to be any certain type of way. So I was pleasantly surprised. You might just not mess with the slower story or any of the new characters. And that's totally fine. Like, I get it. Like, half of Part 2 so far, Denji spent straight up banned from being Chainsaw Man. Like, it's not boring, but I probably wouldn't be super interested in that if I had to read it weekly. I think I definitely benefited from being able to binge read it because I read from the chapter where he gets banned up until when he becomes Chainsaw Man again in one sitting. And it was so satisfying. I think you can get a clearer view of things when you can read them at your own pace and not weekly because you can zoom
I
out.
don't give a fuck about Chainsaw Man.
How could you say that? We love Chainsaw Man.
I'm
Yeah.
defending part 2 here. You're supposed to say yes.
Okay. Yes, you're right. We don't care about Denji. We like Asa.
Think about-
Us is
We
all that
love
matters.
Denji. But Chainsaw Man.
Okay.
Nothing good ever happens when he transforms. I guess he's still telling jokes sometimes, huh?
Yeah.
Because fighting is lame, EliteAri.
The story as
He
a
might
whole,
even
not
be
just like
funny
one
when he
specific piece each week.
transforms.
On the internet, there's definitely this culture around getting hyped about every new thing that comes out. And like I'm saying all that, but like, man, I still get excited for new albums. I still get excited for new chapters of other manga. I'm probably even gonna read Chainsaw Man Part 2 weekly now, even though I know I'll probably like the story a bit less. If one day my wife is having a baby and I'm in the room, it's happening, and like I find out a new Vagabond chapter came out, I'm leaving frame 1 to go read that shit. Like, dude, I read JJK weekly, and sometimes
Vagabond must be good,
Oh,
EliteAri.
no, we don't want JJK spoilers.
Oh my god, close your ears and shut
I'm
your
looking
eyes.
away.
I'm kind
I'm
of
playing
disappointed.
it.
Like I'll expect it to be like a continuation of a fight, and then it's something totally different. But like I do it to myself. That's just the consequence of choosing to read manga weekly as it's releasing. Like,
He's
dude, it's all
making
instant
fun of
gratification. I even read a JJK
time.
leaks just to see it a couple days early on Twitter. And
Oh my god, he made a leaks joke about how the FBI is gonna get him.
We brought you here because
Funny.
we have a couple questions for you.
This is
Oh
very
my
well
God.
made. Look at this.
Have you ever seen the man in this photograph?
There might still be spoilers later. You might look.
Oh my god, does have a Twitter.
Hey, fuck you, Maya. This is all the times you were late posting the leaks or you were
No,
slow.
that's the
Fuck
Jujutsu Kaisen dude that leaks the manga, I think.
Oh.
You idiot.
you.
That makes
We're gonna be reading Bill Jover's leaks now on Twitter.
Oh my god, this is a wrestling reference. There's
That's
a wrestling
crazy.
promo in the background. Oh, but I think it might just be a JPEG Mafia reference because he cut that clip from wrestling out and put it into a song.
You were magnificent,
Lame.
Maya.
I
won't
bet
forget
this guy doesn't even know what an Arn Anderson is.
you as long as I
It's
live.
just like me.
Finally cracking down. 2 arrests have been confirmed to have been made, and some of these biggest names in leaks have just vanished. Discord servers gone, websites wiped.
There's still spoilers
The big
later.
JJK leaker saying, I don't know what my future holds for me, so I just let fate
I'm
work
just
with me.
not
All this
looking.
is truly an experience which I'll be narrating to my grandkids in the future.
So I guess if there is a moral to this story, it's just like I guess read things however you want and adjust your expectations accordingly. Sometimes it can feel nice to wait for things. Sometimes it can feel good to just read them as quick as possible. So I have been Aaron Scott. Thank you for tuning into this installment of Aaron Scott Weekly, which is in fact not a weekly series. I will see you next month. Have a good day, y'all. Bye-bye.
That's like why I am a genius weekly, kind of, in brackets. Weagawa, the best guy ever series. EliteAri, you love it?
I've heard of it, but he doesn't exist anymore. He's banned. We don't
He's
like
dead,
him.
yeah.
He promoted
Piracy.
what it wasn't really, was it piracy? Surely it was just like reading chapters.
Well, he was pirating by reading a chapter on stream, propagating it to the masses.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. True.
Well, that video was good, I think, is what we'll give that one. It's definitely better than some other videos I've given a good, so I can't give it an okay, even if maybe that is what we should have given it. Because he was wacky and had edits. And even if he had some unfunny jokes at times, at least he was cool about them.
Yeah, you should leave a comment and be like, keep going, bro. That was a
let's
good
read
video.
the comments. Chains of Men fell off when Deji didn't get to keep the penguin. That's when I knew Fujimoto was cooked.
Okay.
How do you feel about the word cooked, EliteAri?
I mean, it's neutral. It's okay.
Girlfriend says that one a lot, EliteAri. Imagine it in a little
Okay.
Kiwi voice. Well, EliteAri did come out strongly against it like I wanted him to. Isa is peak protagonist. Nobody can stop me from loving her. Soy. It's a timestamp and some commentary. The art decline is definitely noticeable regardless of any problems with the story, in my opinion. 24 likes and a heart from the creator, EliteAri. Kill yourself.
Oh, you don't agree with them?
No, I was telling you to kill yourself because they just destroyed it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if I were to guess, this person probably saw like a few tweets where they compared like part 1's like peak art to like part 2's like average art, and they were like, "Oh my god, look how far it's come! How bad it is."
Do you think that's what Miller the Killer did?
I don't know if he thinks that. If he does think that,
he definitely has said multiple times that the art has gone downhill.
Yeah. Would he say? I don't know. I think he would probably have moments that he remembers being drawn very well, and he'd probably go back and look at them rather than having to like get it fed to him on Twitter. So he's probably gone back and looked himself. Yeah, I'd give him some credit.
Nah, he's shitty, yo. He doesn't know shit. Remember that when I used to want to make an Attack on Titan video, making fun of people who always said that the art got better because there was some good pages of good art at the beginning?
I mean, it didn't get better, right? It just got different.
True. God, you're so smart, EliteAri. Now, where's that goddamn chapter of you, EliteAri? If you last 5 minutes watching this video, I'll give you a $20 million.
Yeah, I still don't remember why I don't like this channel, but the name, whenever I hear it, I'm like, I know I shouldn't watch a video from this channel. Like, it's just not good. But...
You remember the 2019 Kyle Entertainment streams when we used to make fun of him? Oh, that's right. This fucking thing adds into playlists. So now I got to click over. Oh my god, did you see all those ads, EliteAri? That's why we love him.
Oh, I don't even get ads because I have an ad blocker. I wonder what that'll do to this.
There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 advertisements in this 11 minute
Jesus Christ.
And get ready for your ear to be raped by the deep voice. It's natural, EliteAri.
I talked about Quan Chi coming back and using her as a weapon against our main group of
Nothing's worse than that.
Characters. This was a very big issue. They really should have gotten that one guy that could teleport in and out of the facility out of the picture. Unfortunately, they couldn't. And of course, who does he bring back? None other than Quan Chi. There's a really big issue with Quan Chi being here currently because she's incredibly powerful. She's incredibly gifted, and in or out of a hybrid form, you're going to have a difficult time with her. This was the last person they wanted. Even if it was Yoshida, even if it was Kishibe or Reze for whatever reason.
What type of editing? The words on screen?
Just like the script was written completely independently of any visuals that are on screen. So now he's just putting in whatever was in the script and he's putting it on screen. I don't know. I don't like it.
So he can get the videos out fast, EliteAri. That's why he's famous and rich, and we're a bunch of losers.
You know what? I will have to resort to this at some point if I make a video about like a web novel that doesn't have any visuals.
Just put the text on stream like a cool Preston Jacobs video. Though sometimes he has unrelated images, like when he accidentally used a silhouette of Casca when he was talking about a random female soldier. And he obviously Googled random female soldier to put an image in for Danny Flint. You know, the old story about Danny Flint. She goes to the wall and then she tries to join the Night's Watch and then they rape her or something. Crazy. Comes up in Jon Snow's story a lot. EliteAri hasn't read these novels, unlike me.
What are you talking about? I've read like a few chapters of the first book.
No, EliteAri. The joke was I haven't read those books either because that's later.
Oh, okay. See, it went over my head.
But I was pretending because I'm so smart. No, I'm not pressing play. I remember the first feedback I ever gave Jarky Bacon about one of his videos was that I hated the thing that YouTubers did when they did each individual word would pop up as they said it, and it made me want to kill myself. And they're still doing it to this day.
True. I love it when it happens.
You know what Jockey Bacon said? He was like, okay, I'll never do that again.
Jesus.
He does want to
reason,
kill.
Quan Chi is arguably the worst person to go up against. She has way too much experience.
She's strong, EliteAri. She's going to beat him up. This is very... let's see if we can talk about this for 5 minutes.
She is incredibly gifted, incredibly powerful, incredibly
Hey, we
fast.
did it for 50
Everything
minutes,
that she
right?
does towers over everyone currently.
Well, we said
and even though
great,
there is a
funny things.
good group of differing abilities here to oppose her, there's a reason why this guy only rocked up with her. He could have gathered some underlings, some extra support, or maybe he can only teleport one person, but he's confident, and rightfully
Is
so,
this
that
idiot
Quan Chi...
teleporting? Did I miss something?
Yeah, who? I completely
Didn't he
missed
just
it.
run
I thought he was
away?
making a joke. Yeah.
Maybe it is.
Oh, because we get that one panel where it's like, oh, he's gone. And I think this guy thinks he teleported for some reason. I don't know.
I think he teleported too. At least he doesn't think he time traveled.
will be enough to do the job. Fujimoto is a brilliant, beautiful, cruel man, because implementing her at the end of the chapter, when you finally see the rewards of going through this entire facility, finally getting to this room where Chainsaw Man
What is a cliffhanger?
to be all of his body parts cut up in pieces, the last
got
thing
an
you're
ad
left
coming
with is them all getting interrupted by her. For a moment, there
It
was
didn't
this peace about it, this revelation even, that finally Asami Taka, Yoru, and even everyone else knows the identity of Chainsaw Man. No doubt, no concern, no what
Actually,
ifs
this
or
editing
buts.
isn't that
This
bad.
is Chainsaw Man. This is Denji. I really like how they storm into this room because, of course, it is an operation table. They are sorting and organizing all of the body parts of Denji in a way where he can't realistically heal off either part. So it is the smartest way to go about it, but I'm curious on how they actually know this. I would guess this is just from experience with devils and whatever information they have for Chainsaw Man. This doesn't necessarily include full armor Pochita, but when it comes to the human variation, being able to heal off singular body parts is almost impossible from what we know. You need a surplus of blood or something to activate your transformation, so to speak. So of
Okay, Leo, are we done here?
Yeah, please. Oh my god.
17,000 views, 1.6k upvotes. Katana Van versus Quan Chi fight is
Wait, yeah, what are the comments?
is a fight
Wait,
I'd
read
like
them?
to see. Laughing emoji. M. The danger that finally Denji is getting turned into a weapon in order to fight Quan Chi. Sad face. Fami indeed looked so cute when she was picking up the Denji pieces. That's pretty cool. I still have no clue what's going on in this manga. Classic.
Genius. You know what this is?
What?
Like, these people are here treating these weekly videos as their Reddit thread.
Yes.
Instead of going to a Reddit thread and typing stuff, they're just like, oh, the video came out, let me watch and leave a comment.
Yes. I used to do that with Attack on Titan chapters sometimes on For Neverworld's YouTube channel or Chibi Reviews' YouTube channel or maybe even a
Oh
Double
my
for
God.
Anime YouTube channel. You know, this is before Rogers Base became the main person to watch after a
Right.
chapter came out. Remember when the first Gabby chapter, time skip chapter came out? That was the first Rogers Base video I ever watched.
And apparently you, like, reacted to it, like your actual chapter, and then it got deleted, and I never got to see your reaction to the big moment.
Huh? No,
I don't know,
not
you
that
talk about this at
shoot
some
one.
point.
I'm talking about chapter 91 EliteAri, not chapter 123 or whatever the fuck.
Oh, I thought
29,
you
think
said
it is.
rumbling.
No,
I
I
don't
said
know why.
Gabby, didn't I?
Crazy. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you meant the big Gabby moment, but I see what
No,
you mean.
the first
Yeah.
Gabby moment. Your videos are so good. You bring up so many good points! Exclamation mark.
True.
This guy and
Thank you.
Zayda sound similar. I don't think she's gonna fight them though. Like at least not fight Isa or Denji, since I thought she liked Denji even a tiny bit. Hey, I said that.
Yeah, then I said it, and I forgot that you said it. True.
Can somebody give me a quick rundown of the school arc? I don't mind a few extra paragraphs if you need to clarify. I've just been unable to read the manga. Oh no, that's sad. Hey!
What is this comment? Oh my god.
The screen zoomed in for a second.
Oh, you double tapped your trackpad?
Never. I don't want to watch this shitty Hercule video. Let's watch it.
What is it called? Oh, the biggest fraud in Dragon Ball. Oh my
Because he
God.
like lied about the Cell games. I think I need that explained to me. I didn't get it. Hold on.
Yeah.
If community
Oh,
for a
hold
while,
on,
you'll
EliteAri.
hear
Oh, it's well edited.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ads in this one.
a lot of characters
Maybe
get
it's
called.
really good.
If you've been in the
It
Dragon
is.
Ball, Vegito gets called a fraud for the dumbest
I
reasons.
went-
It
go
seems
back.
Dragon Ball community for a while, you'll hear a lot of characters get called frauds. Vegito gets called a fraud for the dumbest reasons. It seems like Vegeta and Gohan fans are having fraud offs on the daily, but we all really know that
Oh my
Mr.
god,
Satan
he's
is
on
the
camera too.
Yeah.
Why do all these guys look the same, EliteAri? And why do they all kind of look like
What?
you?
I don't know. None of these
'Cause
people
they have
look
beards.
the same to
That's
me.
the only commonality, and they got dark hair.
Oh wow, okay, cool.
You're all the
I
same.
wear glasses though.
And you got like cool, not white hair.
No. Oh, okay. Yes, you're right. It is brown. Yeah.
No, you know what I meant,
In
EliteAri.
more ways than one. Yeah.
You're not from around these parts, are you?
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna read Heath's comment? He's been
I was just
waiting
looking
for
down,
so long.
EliteAri, but I wanted to make my racist joke first. Reese is gonna
Mm.
pack up Quan Chi anyway. What's that mean?
In those boxes.
I think he just meant
Ba-dum.
she's gonna beat him up.
Probably, yeah. No,
you know
but
what?
also
I didn't
no,
even think
'cause
about the
Quan
boxes
Chi
thing. I
would
just thought
win.
you meant it literally, like she's gonna beat her up and cut her up and put her in the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not too quick on the draw, EliteAri. Unlike this guy.
I thought you were gonna press play. Jesus.
Then I started looking at the background. I'm like, oh, this is the World Martial Arts Tournament, the coolest arena in any Pokemon game ever.
Yeah, it's like he's the presenter.
Shut up, EliteAri. No, he's not.
The biggest fraud in Dragon Ball, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You see, Mark here, that's his real name according to Tori.
No shot, EliteAri. The craziest thing
Isn't
just
it
happened in my
Hercule?
brain. Shut up, EliteAri, you idiot. I watched a YouTube short the other day that was going through all of the weird Dragon Ball characters' actual names and how it's Lapis and Lazuli for the Android 18 and 17. Of course, you knew that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Hercule
Yeah, from
was
Dragon
called
Ball Z
Mark.
Bridge.
But EliteAri, at first, I heard him say that before he said the last bit, and I was like, oh my god, this guy's a wrestling fan, because Hercule is obviously based off like a wrestler archetype. And
Right.
he's cutting promos, and he's a fake fighter, you know, it's classics.
Mhm.
So, and you call somebody a fan of professional wrestling a mark, that is a negative term for them that a wrestler might use, because you see, wrestling is kind of a scam, EliteAri. They think they're watching real fighting, but they're not. This is back in the day before everybody knew wrestling was fake, EliteAri, you understand. So they're a mark,
sure.
the marks in the stands who we're taking money from because they think we're actually fighting. So it's like a derogatory term that you would call somebody, like wrestling fans will call each other marks if they think they're making stupid points, EliteAri. It's hilarious. It's classic. You're a little mark. So I thought what he was saying is he was calling the wrestling archetype dude a mark. But then he was like, apparently that's his real name. And I'm like, oh yeah, that is a thing. And then I'm just having a brain explosion, EliteAri. Was Toriyama making that reference back in whenever he was making Hercule to actually call him Mark? But he probably never had that name. That's probably just something he thought up in an interview recently. But still, I think it's a wrestling reference. That's crazy. And I never even thought about that even once in my little life.
All
And I
right.
realized all that in the moment just now. Crazy.
I never know if you're gonna press play or if you want me to say something.
Toriyama,
Was
by the
there
way,
wrestling
is
in
a-
Japan? Oh, all right.
You're supposed to, yes, there was wrestling in Japan as far back as the 1960s, Leo. You're supposed to give me the big thumbs up and say, Kyle, you're so smart.
Kyle, well done. You know so much about wrestling and Dragon Ball and history, and good job.
Yes.
Fraud, by the time we meet him at least. But he wasn't always that way. He
Wait, go
won
back to
his
the
first
name.
Tenkaichi here. That's his real name according to Toriyama, by the way. Is a fraud by the time
This guy don't know shit. He don't even know that it's a wrestling reference.
we meet him at least. But he wasn't always that way. He won his first Tenkaichi Budokai, the 24th, with his own strength and tech.
Isn't it so cool when you see the one flashback of him beating Yanzu, Spopovich?
Yamu? Okay, yes, Spopovich.
When we see the flashback of him beating Spopovich back in the one he actually did legitimately win, and he
sure.
looks so cool and stuff, and it's like, oh my god, he actually was the best, and that's just like the coolest world building thing in Dragon Ball history, in manga history, in anime history.
Oops. In the best arc in all of Dragon Ball, true.
True, it was so cool.
Techniques, but that was probably the worst thing to ever happen to him. Master Roshi entered the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai in disguise to make sure that Goku and Krillin gained humility. It was possible that winning their first tournament and receiving the most prestigious victory in martial arts would make them complacent and arrogant.
Oh my god, Hercules was foreshadowed so far back, EliteAri. He just had everything planned out from the beginning.
Yep.
When there was still so much for them to learn. Mr. Satan is the realization of this. His master was dead when he entered his first Tenkaichi Budokai. There wasn't someone to make sure he learned this lesson.
Did Hercule have a master that was dead before his first Tenkaichi
Where's
Budokai?
where his name come from? Where's this like history coming from? I don't understand. Surely at least he'd like say like, oh, in this place, like Toriyama wrote it down. Or
EliteAri
something,
wants
like...
sources for things everybody knows.
No, I don't think he's
Lame.
lying. I'm just like, what a weird thing to just say this and.
Nah, he's lying.
All right.
So he
This video hasn't been terrible so
didn't.
far.
He became complacent and arrogant. Even if Goku and the others didn't enter the 25th Tenkaichi Budokai, there were other threats to his title, like his own daughter.
Bro, Videl would have fucked him up for real, for real.
No.
Huh?
What do you mean? Videl lost to Spopovich.
But
It doesn't make sense,
Spopovich got a power up, obviously.
How do we know?
Because he's way stronger, and Hercule himself even says, Spopovich wasn't like that when I fought him.
Yeah, he was saying that he was weaker back in the day, and now he's stronger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would make
Videl
sense
not
that,
being able to beat him would have nothing to
yeah.
do with her not being able to beat Hercule.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So she'd win.
Well, we don't know how much of not Videl, how much Mr. Satan has trained, right?
That is true. That is true.
See? Yeah, it's complicated.
Isn't there like a
Alright.
one line? Oh my god, I gotta go back and watch the high school Dragon Ball arc because it's the greatest anime of all time. But I swear there's a line in there somewhere where Videl's like, I really haven't been training with my father since I was about 12. And the implication is supposed to be that she would beat his ass.
Well, I don't remember because I watched that when I was a kid, and now I'm very
Me
far
too,
from a kid.
EliteAri. Yeah, and I'm old too.
Okay.
Despite him claiming daughter,
We can rewatch Dragon Ball now, EliteAri. I'm not leaving. What are we doing?
Well, apparently you gave up on movie night, and we got Black Lagoon.
Oh, movie
and,
night
like, remember
sucks.
Madoka, that 12-episode anime we were gonna watch? Oh,
But I don't
this is
want to
so
watch
much.
Madoka Magica, and I
Shoku
want to watch
Tensei
the
is happening
Dragon
every
Ball.
week.
Oh, we gotta watch me Shock Tensei.
Apparently, Kyle watched the trailer. Crazy.
I did. There wasn't really much in it. They were like being
Oh,
cute
maybe
and
for
holding
you.
hands, and I was like, oh my god, the main character's gonna have a girlfriend for the first time in anime history. So this is gonna be cool.
Interesting.
Oh, they're not. They're just showing things for the first two arcs, and they're gonna get separate. And then Paul presumably sends a message to Rudy at the end, and is like, Zenith met rescue mission hard or something, and he can only say 3 words because he's getting beaten to death. And it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah,
And she's
interesting.
like underwater or something, and that's why they couldn't find her in an underground temple that we gotta do, and it's
Interesting.
gonna be great.
him
Hercule's like-
claiming that his opponents
Now, Dragon Ball is not something we're going back and reading the manga for, EliteAri, right?
I see. I can say no, and that like doesn't make me a hypocrite. But why are you happy with like
Because I don't
not
want
reading
to.
the manga? Okay, good answer.
Because when I think about it, I don't have a driving. Well, there's a little bit of a driving thing to do it, because a little bit. But
Right.
I like them. We're only rewatching this for nostalgia reasons. I don't think any of this shit is going to be good until I rewatch it. And then I'm going to think it's good, but it's going to be for completely different reasons. Just like Pokemon anime.
Yeah, and it's an old anime, and they all look good back in the day, right?
True, all old anime is good, but also on that front, we're not watching this fucking sub EliteAri. There's no way, right? Dub only.
Yeah, it's like Steins Gate.
Yes,
For you, at
and like Death Note, and like Black Lagoon, and like Baccano, and like My Hero Academia.
Not fully cool either. Got to watch both of
Maybe,
those.
I don't know. I haven't watched Fully Cool yet. It is just, is there anyone that I watched in the dub and then later decided the sub was better? Yes,
Attack on
Evangelion.
Titan.
Yes. God, the Attack on Titan dub is terrible.
That's not true.
It's literally one
And
of
I
the
can,
cringiest
I am
things of all time.
qualified because I watch so much Blind Wave that I can tell when a dub is good or bad now. Because I've seen both the sub and the Blind Wave dub. It's great.
I feel like I remember watching
Actually,
this-
wait. You know what? You know a really bad dub actually of all the ones I've seen so far. Blind Wave react to the Vinland Saga dub, only for
Yeah,
season
I've
2
already
because they swapped to some like I don't know what it was, some Netflix dub or something. It's bad. Anyway,
Oh my god, Evangelion has a Netflix dub. What was I saying earlier? I was saying something genius, and then you just decided
Yep.
to talk about Vinland Saga for some reason. Why would you ever do that?
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. Oh my goodness, that one clip. I got
That was a
flip
great
shamed.
dub.
And oh, I remember the beginning of season 2 or something, and Yumiya's voice actress made me want to kill myself. It was so cringe. And it's not because the voice is bad; it's because the writing in the dub is terrible.
I can say what you want. I think the Attack on Titan dub is great.
I got to go back and look at it.
use tricks to win or seem flashy and cool, he's the only one actually using tricks to
Oh my
achieve
god,
his
he
victory.
called something a gimmick. That's another wrestling thing.
victories or avoid defeat. A man who once became the world
Oh
champion
my god, it's him beating up Spopovich.
through his own merits is
Oh, it's
now
like overcast and shit. And
only
it's like,
holding
oh,
the
and it's
title
on your
with
TV that
deceit
you
and the
watched
help
on?
of others. Yet somehow, I think he's earned the right to
not that
keep his
old, EliteAri.
title. Keep his title. And he might even be the best example of a hero. By Dragon Ball standards, at least. Heroes in the story of
Wait a
Dragon Ball
minute.
tend to seem
Wait, can I
extremely
pause? Oh, no, I
flawed
can't.
and
You can't.
All right. Do you think this video is made for a Dragon Ball audience or for a non-Dragon Ball audience?
No, it's made for a Dragon Ball audience that hasn't watched Dragon Ball in 10 years like all of them.
Oh, okay. Yep, that would make.
Now, EliteAri, I've got like 10% battery left, 8% battery left, so sadly, we're not going to get to finish this one.
Ugh,
But it is fun to go back and
damn.
see those clips and be like, oh my god, I should rewatch Dragon Ball, and this is crazy, and remember when this kind of happened? I kind of remember that. That's what those videos are for.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's kind of like the Totally Not Mark video. That's what his videos are like.
Yeah,
They're like
shit.
longer, and you can watch him on 2x speed. And you can join him in his fight against Toei Animation. It's great.
When my Great Devilman video comes out, EliteAri, are you going to watch it on 2x speed?
No, 1.5.
Kill yourself. You got to watch it in 1x speed.
Nope. I mean, if you make a request, then I might. But also, I don't know. I feel like, because I watch everything on 1.5, it would feel so weird if I watched it on 1. It'd, like, ruin the video, you know?
I'm disgusted. See, at many points in that ContraPoints video, I was like, I could just, you know, shift and then over a little bit. But no, good videos must be watched at 1x speed to get the full, unmolested picture.
Yeah, that's, like, the most Miller thing I've heard in my life.
Remember when David Lynch got really mad at that one guy for watching a movie on his fucking phone? That's the greatest clip.
Yeah, that David Lynch. I hate him, yeah. Dumb guy.
And remember when you almost accidentally watched one of his movies one time and I had to tell you that was that guy that you hated?
No.
I think you just made a list and put like Eraserhead or something on it of something.
Oh,
you
yeah,
might
that's
wanna
right.
watch.
Yeah, I can't watch that anymore.
He's a genius. We're going to watch
All
Twin
right, well.
Peaks, EliteAri. That's what we're going to watch.
That's not true.
Why not?
Why would we? Isn't that like the most mid show ever made?
No, it's David Lynch's
Wait, why'd you bring it up?
classic.
Oh, okay. All I've ever heard is that that's like it's just like an average like CW show or something. I don't know. That's like what
It's
it,
like
the
some
place it takes in
crazy
my mind.
experimental 80s murder mystery.
Yeah, exactly. Like a very like Arrow season 1.
I think you're
Wait, have you
thinking
seen
of something
Arrow?
else. I've seen Arrow like seasons 2. 1
You've
and
seen
2.
season 1?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well then you would know what I mean. That's kind of like what you described just then, right?
No, it's like crazy abstract nonsense.
Yeah, like Arrow season 1, right? Like with the flashbacks and everything to the island.
Yeah, they always had a flashback to the island, and then that Deadshot dude or Killshot or whatever his name is was there. And there was,
Deathstroke,
like,
yeah.
There was and then there was like a sexy Asian girl that died, but they were both loving her, but actually it was just Stephen Amell that was loving
True.
her. This is like the Vegas, and then at the end, like there's some like big weapon that causes an earthquake, and then he
That's
doesn't
like-
save
Oh, yeah, that is
the
right.
bad guy, and then he's fucking the bad guy's daughter too.
Oh my god.
And then he's got
Wait,
like a
are
best
you,
friend, and the best. There's also another girl that he's fucking. I don't think that's the same girl as the bad guy's friend, but like,
Yeah. But you're is that your only exposure to John Barrowman?
I have no idea
Or
who
have
that
you
is.
seen him in something else? Oh, he's a really he's in Doctor Who and Torchwood, and he's like one of the greatest actors ever. But no, he's not really one of the greatest actors. I just love Captain Jack as a character. So
When did you start watching Arrow, EliteAri? Back when it was airing?
season 2 was airing, I think, at the time.
I remember seeing the ads before it even came out. I had no idea it was a superhero
Wow.
show. Zero idea. Still didn't after watching like 2 seasons of it. And then I like discovered YouTube like later that year. And then I was watching a bunch of superhero Marvel shit. And I was like, why are they making... Oh,